Welcome to Buenos Aires. It's Thursday night, and the engines are primed for Event 2 of our Sprint Race Championship. This is race 4 of 15 overall, and the tension is palpable.
It's all about maximizing every lap in these sprint races. No time to settle in, you have to be on it from the green light. Every corner is an opportunity, or a disaster waiting to happen.
Indeed, Martin Mol leads the championship by a narrow margin, just 7 points ahead of Philip Kuntz, who already has 2 race wins to his name. Mac McFarquhar in third is also a proven winner.
Those top guys will be pushing hard. But don't forget the class battles. The Pro-Am championships are just as fiercely contested, which really ups the stakes across the entire grid.
Absolutely. With 20 minutes plus 1 lap of flat-out racing ahead, every position counts towards those valuable points. Let's get ready for some thrilling action. Martin Mol, the championship leader, starts this race from pole position. Crucial advantage for him as he looks to extend his lead in the overall standings.
Pole is always a great place to be, but Buenos Aires can be tricky off the line. You have to nail that start because Thomas Kruger-Dorado and Jody Fannin are right there in second and third.
Kruger-Dorado, a Pro-Am driver currently 6th in the championship, showing some real pace. And look at Maximilian Turbin in P5, an Am driver, really mixing it up with the pros at the sharp end.
It's fantastic to see Turbin up there. He's tied for 4th in the championship overall, so he knows how to handle the pressure. He'll be looking to make an impression early on.
Further back, John Astrop, carrying ballast, starts 10th. It's a tight grid, and every position gained or lost off the line will be critical in these short races. And we are green here at Buenos Aires. The lights are out, and race 4 is officially underway.
They're off the line. Well, Mol makes a good getaway, but everyone is jostling for position into turn 1.
Jareth Hallam makes a fantastic start, already making a move. He's passed Adam Tyus and is up into P7.
That was clinical from Hallam. He saw the gap and just went for it. Tyus will be kicking himself for not defending harder.
More action in the midfield. David Constable-Berry makes a great move to get past Adam Tyus.
That's a good gain for Constable-Berry. Every position counts, and he's clearly not waiting around.
John Astrop is on a charge. He's just found a way past Nigel Walters, pushing him down a spot.
And Astrop isn't stopping there. He's made another move, getting past Adam Tyus. That's good progress for Astrop, who started P10 carrying that ballast.
Adam Tyus is looking strong, making a pass on Jareth Hallam and moving up the order here at Buenos Aires.
Oh, contact ahead. Neil Constable-Berry gets into the back of Adam Tyus, spinning him around. That's definitely one for the stewards to look at.
Tyus is really struggling now after that incident, losing multiple positions. Neil Constable-Berry gets past him, and Dominic Fovarg has also found a way through.
That's the difficult part of being spun. You lose all your momentum. Rich Snape takes advantage, moving past Tyus as well. A tough sequence for him.
Thomas Kruger-Dorado is under attack. Dominic Fovarg takes P8, and Rich Snape follows suit, demoting him further.
He's really losing momentum there. Lemrich and Tyus both find a way past, but Kruger-Dorado immediately fights back on Tyus.
And now a battle up front. Maximilian Turbin, the Am driver, makes a superb move on Thomas Kruger-Dorado, taking P4.
Kruger-Dorado is again losing positions. David Constable-Berry gets a great run and is through, now into P5.
The pressure is relentless. John Astrop makes the move on Kruger-Dorado for P6, and Nigel Walters also finds a way past for P7.
You really feel it when you're caught in a pack like that. Just losing ground lap after lap, it's hard to break out of that cycle.
And his difficult run continues. Jareth Hallam has now overtaken Thomas Kruger-Dorado, pushing him down to P17. Phil Bodkin is making progress, passing John Bountakis, then finding a way past Nigel Walters to move into P11.
He's really on a charge. But Bountakis isn't giving up, fighting back, and now reclaims that position from Bodkin.
Oh, contact. John Bountakis and Phil Bodkin collide. It was a heavy shunt between them.
And again, they've crashed once more, really battling hard for that track position. That's a fierce fight in the midfield.
The aftermath of that contact sees Bodkin losing places. Bountakis has managed to get back ahead of him.
And with that chaos, James Garvok and Nigel Walters both capitalize, finding their way past Bodkin as well.
It's a really tough sequence for Bodkin. Jareth Hallam now makes a move, pushing him down to P16. Maximilian Turbin has lost a position. David Constable-Berry finds a way through, pushing the Am driver down to P4.
And there's Jody Fannin making a pass. Turbin now drops another spot, finding himself in P5.
What a response from Turbin. He immediately fights back and reclaims P4 from Jody Fannin. Incredible.
He's still on a charge. Turbin makes another move, getting past David Constable-Berry. He's back up to P3.
But the battle is relentless. John Astrop wastes no time and gets past Turbin, who drops to P5.
That was a wild few seconds for Turbin, up and down the order. He's tied for 4th in the overall championship, so these positions are vital.
Adam Tyus is on the move again. He's just found a way past Joel Lemrich, taking P8.
Lemrich will be disappointed to lose that position. Tyus really saw his opportunity and made it count.
Sam Zero loses a position here, as Phil Bodkin finds a way past him, now into P14.
Bodkin really pushed hard there. Every place matters, especially for these AM drivers in their class championship.
John Bounticus makes a move. He's found a way past James Garvach to take P15.
That's a good move by Bountic. He's picking up a vital position late in this race. Every point matters.
David Constable-Berry makes a fantastic move. He's through on Chris Stokes, taking P2.
But Stokes immediately fights back. What a response. He reclaims that position straight away from Constable-Berry.
Dominic Fovarg is making late moves. He's just found a way past David Constable-Berry to take P5.
And Fovarg isn't stopping. He's through on Chris Stokes as well, now up into 4th place. What a charge.
James Garvach has made a move. He's passed Nigel Walters and is now up to P16.
Walters loses a spot in these closing stages. Garvach really pushed for that position, showing good determination.
Jimmy Lindo makes a late pass here, getting ahead of Josh Mitchell and moving into P18.
Lindo knew he had to make that move count. Every position is critical for championship points.
Martin Moll crosses the line, a dominant performance from the championship leader, taking a crucial victory here in race 4.
From pole to flag, that's how you do it. Moll really controlled that race from the front, never putting a wheel wrong. A masterclass.
And what a finish for second place. Maximilian Turbin, the AM driver, crosses the line in P2. What an incredible drive!
Absolutely sensational from Turbin. To come from 5th on the grid and finish 2nd, ahead of many pro drivers, that is a huge statement in the AM Championship.
And right behind him, John Astrup claims 3rd, a great recovery from P10 for him. What a race here at Buenos Aires. Martin Moll, the championship leader, delivered a faultless performance from pole to take a dominant victory.
Moll really showed why he's leading the standings. But the real story has to be Maximilian Turbin, the AM driver, taking an absolutely sensational 2nd place.
An incredible drive from Turbin, coming from 5th on the grid. And John Astrup also had a fantastic race to claim 3rd after starting P10.
We saw fierce battles throughout the pack, with positions changing hands constantly. That was proper sprint racing.
What a shakeup in the championship standings after that race. Martin Moll extends his lead, now 119 points, and his first win of the season.
But the big story is Maximilian Turbin, the AM driver, rocketing from 4th to 2nd in the overall championship. That P2 finish was a game changer for him.
John Astrup also makes a significant move, jumping from 8th to 4th. The top 10 is getting incredibly tight, with just a few points separating several drivers.
Philip Kuntz and Mac McFarquhar have slipped a few spots, but there are still so many races to go. It's all to play for in Event 2.
Daniel Kosick starts race 5 from pole position, a fantastic opportunity for the Pro-Am driver, who finds himself at the very front of this reverse grid.
It's all about making the most of these chances. Jody Fannin is right there in P2, a pro driver with a real shot at points. And Josh Mitchell, an AM driver, is P3.
What a challenge for the championship leaders, though. Maximilian Turbin, now P2 in the championship, starts all the way back in P20.
That's going to be a monumental effort for Turbin to carve through the field. It's a proper test of racecraft. And Martin Moll, the championship leader, starts even further back in P21.
And John Astrup, who jumped to P4 in the championship, is in P19. This reverse grid completely shuffles the deck, promising some incredible overtakes. Chaos already on track. Multiple cars involved in incidents right at the start of race 5.
Oh, look at that. Garvach, Sam Zero, and Phil Bodkin all involved in a huge tangle in the midfield.
And further back, Rich Snape and John Astrup have made contact. It's absolute carnage in these opening seconds.
Astrup was trying to make up ground from P19, and now he's caught up in that. It's a brutal start to this reverse grid race.
And as expected, the safety car is out. The marshals will need to clear up the debris after that chaotic opening lap.
This gives everyone a chance to reset, but it also bunches the field right back up. The championship leaders at the back now have a clear shot.
The safety car will come in this lap. The field is all bunched up. We're about to go green again here at Buenos Aires.
This is where it gets tactical. Everyone will be looking for that perfect restart, especially those quick guys at the back of the pack.
And we are green again. Adam Tyus immediately on the attack, making a move on Neil Constable-Berry.
Tyus takes P16 after that restart. He's an AM driver making good progress through the field after the safety car.
Chris Stokes is making moves after the restart. He's just found a way past Daniel Kosick, moving up the order.
Oh, contact ahead. Dominic Fovarg and Chris Stokes collide. That's a heavy hit, and others are capitalizing.
Stokes is in the thick of it. More contact, this time with Daniel Kosick. There's absolute chaos here with cars going everywhere.
This is a brutal sequence for Stokes. Rich Snape has now passed him, and Maximilian Turbin also finds a way through.
He's really losing ground now. Martin Mull and Jan Estrop, who started the back, are now making swift progress past Stokes.
It's just one overtake after another against Stokes. David Constable Barry now also gets passed, pushing him down to P14.
Rich Snape makes a move. He's found a way past Josh Mitchell, with Turbin and Mull also flying through.
Turbin is absolutely on a charge. He's just got past Rich Snape now, looking to make up even more ground.
But Snape responds immediately. He dives back past Maximilian Turbin. What a battle that is for P5. Dominic Fovarg makes a move on Phil Bodkin, taking P17, but Bodkin immediately fights back.
He really wants that position. And now Bodkin has found a way past Darren Nickel. Excellent driving from the AM driver.
Chris Stokes makes a move on Jareth Hallam, pushing him down to P13, a clean pass there.
But Hallam fights back immediately. He reclaims the position from Stokes, showing great determination.
Still in that battle, and now Joel Lemrick is under attack. Sam Zero makes a move.
And Jareth Hallam capitalizes on the action, getting past Lemrick. He's fighting his way back through.
Chris Stokes also finds a way past Lemrick. This is a really tight battle for those mid-pack points.
Lemrick will be disappointed to lose those positions. The racing is incredibly close out there.
Maximilian Turbin is on the move. He's just found a way past John Buntakis, taking P4 in a great move.
But Bountakis isn't having it. He immediately fights back and reclaims that position from Turbin. What a battle.
Oh, but then Rich Snape and Turbin get past Bountakis, and then Bountakis is into the barriers. A heavy impact.
That's a tough moment for Bountakis, after such a fierce fight. Adam Tyus and David Constable Barry also go through.
The cars are just streaming past him now. Phil Bodkin, Chris Stokes, and Daniel Kosic also find a way past.
He's really losing ground after that incident. Jareth Hallam and Thomas Kruger Dorado also get through a very difficult few moments.
Thomas Kruger Dorado makes a move on Daniel Kosic, taking P12. A clean pass there.
But Kosic immediately responds, taking the place back. And then Kruger Dorado gets him again. What a battle for position.
Adam Tyus is struggling here. David Constable Barry gets past him, and Maximilian Turbin also finds a way through, pushing Tyus down.
That's a tough sequence for Tyus. Phil Bodkin now takes advantage, making his way past the AM driver. You hate to be in that position.
The pressure is relentless. Chris Stokes and Thomas Kruger Dorado both find a way past Adam Tyus in quick succession.
He's really losing ground now. Daniel Kosic, Jareth Hallam, and Jimmy Lindo all managed to get ahead. A difficult few laps for Tyus.
Oh, contact. Jareth Hallam and Daniel Kosic have collided. Hallam has rejoined unsafely and made contact.
That's a definite penalty for Hallam. Kosic capitalizes on the incident and takes that position from him.
Maximilian Turbin gets past John Astrop for P6, but Astrop immediately strikes back and reclaims the position.
Turbin takes it again, but then they make contact. A huge crash involving Turbin and Astrop, with Phil Bodkin also caught up.
Astrop and Bodkin managed to get past Turbin after that chaos. Now it's their turn to battle, swapping positions for P6.
And again, Astrop and Bodkin collide, not once, but twice. This is a brutal fight, pushing right to the limit.
Jody Fannin crosses the line. What a brilliant drive from P2 on the grid to take the win in race 5.
Fantastic race management from Fannin. He held his nerve through all that chaos and brings it home for a well-deserved victory.
And what a drive for Martin Mull. From P21 on the reverse grid, he finishes in second place. Sensational.
That's championship-winning form right there. To carve through the entire field like that, carrying ballast, shows incredible pace and control.
Rich Snape crosses the line to take a well-earned third place. What a result for the AM driver, starting P17.
Snape really delivered there. To finish on the podium after starting so far back is a huge boost for his AM championship hopes.
Phil Bodkin makes a move in these closing stages. He's found a way past Daniel Kosic to take P12.
That's a good gain for Bodkin. Every position is vital in these tight sprint races, particularly for the AM class.
What an absolutely sensational race 5. Jody Fannin takes a brilliant victory, but the story of the race has to be Martin Mull's charge.
From P21 on the grid to finish second, that's an incredible drive from the championship leader. Absolutely clinical. And Rich Snape also drove brilliantly for third.
That reverse grid certainly delivered the action, with multiple incidents in a safety car period. The midfield battles were intense throughout.
We saw chaos, brilliant overtakes, and some truly gutsy drives. This championship is really heating up, and we still have one more race tonight.
Another shakeup in the standings for the final race of Event 2. Martin Moll extends his championship lead further, now sitting on 150 points.
Moll is looking incredibly strong. But look at Jody Fannin. That win has propelled him from P12 right up to P7. He's definitely one to watch.
And Rich Snape, with that fantastic third place, has rocketed from P9 to P4. The AM driver is now a real contender in the overall championship.
Turbin is still P2, holding strong, but the mid-pack is incredibly tight. We have 3 drivers tied on points for P9. It's going to be a battle royale.
Martin Moll on pole position once again. He starts race 6 from the very front, a prime spot for the championship leader to consolidate his advantage.
This is exactly where Moll wants to be. After the chaos of the reverse grid, getting a clean start from pole here is absolutely critical. Jody Fannin alongside him in P2 will be pushing hard.
Jody Fannin, fresh off his win in race 5, has a fantastic opportunity to add more points. And Maximilian Turbin, P2 in the championship, starts P5. A great showing for the AM driver.
Turbin is consistent, always up there. He'll be looking to make an early impression. Further back, John Astrop and Rich Snape, both in the top 4 overall, have some work to do from P12 and P13 respectively.
Absolutely, those midfield battles are going to be intense from the off. This is the final race of Event 2, so every point here is crucial. And we are green for the final race of Event 2. The lights are out and race 6 is underway.
Moll makes a strong getaway. Fannin is right there, pushing him hard into turn 1. It's a clean start.
Early contact here. James Garvok makes a move on Darren Nickel, but then turns in on him. The stewards will be looking at that.
That was an aggressive move by Garvok. But he's not letting up. Now passing Neil Constable-Berry, he's clearly pushing hard.
Darren Nickel is fighting back after that early contact. He's just regained a position from James Garvok.
And Nickel is on a charge. He's made another move, passing Neil Constable-Berry, and now gets past Adam Tyus as well. Excellent recovery.
Nigel Walters makes an early move, getting past Rich Snape to take P12. A good start for Walters.
Snape, currently P4 in the championship, will not want to be losing ground this early in the race. Walters made that pass stick.
Early drama involving Jody Fannin and Chris Stokes. Fannin turns in, making contact, and Jareth Hallam immediately gets past.
Fannin is really battling now, swapping places with Stokes multiple times. But then Hallam gets back ahead of him again.
And a big move from Fannin and David Constable-Berry. They both get past Jareth Hallam, but Constable-Berry then immediately takes P2 from Fannin. Maximilian Turbin is losing places quickly. Daniel Kosick gets past him. Then Jareth Hallam and Jimmy Lindo also find a way through.
Oh no! Turbin is into the barriers. A heavy hit for the AM driver who is P2 in the championship. That is going to cost him.
The cars are streaming past after that incident. Dominic Fovarg and John Astrup both make their way through.
Chris Stokes and Rich Snape also go past Turbin, who is really struggling after that impact. Thomas Kruger Dorado as well.
More drivers getting past now. Nigel Walters and Phil Bodkin take advantage. And then Adam Tyus also finds a way through.
This is a disaster for Turbin's championship hopes. Darren Nickel and James Garvok also get past, a very difficult race for him.
More contact. Jareth Hallam into the back of Daniel Kosick. Kosick is punted and spun.
That's an unfortunate incident for Kosick, who was running well. Hallam gets past, along with Jimmy Lindo.
He's really losing momentum now. Dominic Fovarg and Chris Stokes both find a way through past Kosick.
Rich Snape and John Astrup also capitalize on the situation, moving up the order past the struggling Kosick.
And Darren Nickel makes a move as well, pushing Daniel Kosick further down the order. A tough few moments for him. Aiden McKenna makes a move on Darren Nickel, but then they make contact, a crash between the two of them.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. And in the aftermath, Sam Zero and Adam Tyus both manage to get past McKenna.
Maximilian Turbin is fighting back. He's just found a way past Phil Bodkin, moving into P15.
Great recovery drive by Turbin after that earlier incident. He's an AM driver, showing real grit to get back into contention.
Chris Stokes makes a move on Dominic Fovarg, but there's contact. Stokes attempts to go into a closing gap.
That's a definite penalty for Stokes. Fovarg holds on, and then immediately reclaims the position. That was a tough break for Stokes.
Chris Stokes makes a move on Dominic Fovarg. He's found a way through and takes P6.
Stokes made that stick after their earlier incident. Fovarg will be frustrated to lose that place so late in the race.
Rich Snape makes a late move. He's found a way past Dominic Fovark to take P7.
Snape is really pushing hard for those points. He's an AM driver making his mark in the overall standings, currently P4.
Adam Tyus loses a position as James Garvok finds a way past. And now Sam Zero makes a move on Tyus as well.
Tyus is fighting back. He reclaims the position from Sam Zero. This is a fierce battle for those lower points.
But then they collide. Sam Zero and Adam Tyus crash. Another incident in this action-packed race. Jareth Hallam makes a late move. He's found a way past Jimmy Lindo to take P4. A fantastic overtake.
But Lindo is not giving up. He fights back immediately and reclaims that position from Hallam. This is fierce racing.
And Hallam responds straight away. He's back through on Jimmy Lindo. What an incredible back and forth for P4.
That's championship caliber battling right there. Every point is crucial, and they are really pushing each other.
Thomas Kruger Dorado makes a move, getting past Sam Zero to take P13. But Zero isn't letting him go easily.
And Sam Zero fights back immediately, reclaiming the position from Kruger Dorado. They're really battling.
Kruger Dorado gets him again, but Zero then takes it back one more time. This is a fantastic duel for P13. Jody Fannin makes a late move on David Constable-Berry, taking P2, a crucial overtake in these closing stages.
But Constable-Berry is not giving up. He immediately reclaims that second position from Fannin. What a fight for the podium.
Martin Mole crosses the line. A perfect pole to flag victory in the final race of Event 2. What a dominant performance.
That's how you control a race from the front. Mull never put a wheel wrong, managing the gap perfectly. Another win, and he's just extending that championship lead.
David Constable-Berry takes second place. A fantastic drive from P6 on the grid, holding off a charging Jody Fannin.
Constable-Berry really had to work for that. Finishing second after starting sixth, with Fannin right on his tail, shows great composure under pressure.
And Jody Fannin, who started P2, takes third, just meters behind. Another podium for him tonight? And that concludes Event 2 here at Buenos Aires. Martin Mole takes a commanding victory from pole position in Race 6, a truly dominant performance.
He's just in a league of his own tonight. David Constable-Berry drove brilliantly to secure second, and Jody Fannin takes another podium in third.
But the big story has to be the misfortune of Maximilian Turbin, who crashed out from a strong position, a huge blow to his championship challenge.
That's motorsport sometimes, but it was a chaotic race with incidents throughout. What an end to Event 2. This championship is wide open.
And that wraps up a truly exhilarating Event 2 here in Buenos Aires. Martin Mole leaves tonight having solidified his championship lead, winning 2 out of 3 races and almost doubling his points tally.
He was in commanding form, but what a rise for Maximilian Turbin, jumping from 4th to 2nd in the championship despite a tough final race. And Rich Snape, from P11 to P3, what an incredible evening for him.
Jody Fannin takes a race win tonight and moves to P4, while David Constable-Berry climbs all the way into the top 5 after starting outside the top 10. The championship picture has certainly shifted.
It's been an evening of incredible highs and lows, fantastic overtakes, and plenty of drama. 9 races to go, and this championship is absolutely on fire.